Turbo 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, it is time once again for the Dirt 4 career mode. And as you guys know, the previous episode, if you haven't checked that one out yet, go check it out right now. Otherwise, you're gonna receive a spoiler right now. We won an MG Metro 6R4. We took it for a blast on our time trial circuit, and that made me a bit spend friendly. So now we are aiming towards a little bit of rallycross action for the career mode, and we bought ourselves a VW Polo 1600S for the 1600S class. It's the entry level class for this game's rallycross. And as you guys can see, we are also upgrading some of our facilities from D to C, and everything is looking all nice and dandy here at Turbo Fox Racers. So I'm really excited that our team is building up so nicely, that our career mode is really flourishing. And as you guys can see, I'm also looking to expand our garage from grade D to grade C, because we are capped at only having 15 vehicles now, and we just bought our 14th vehicle. So you guys can see that we need a little bit of moolah when we head towards the rallycross. But obviously, you guys know, before I can take this car towards a rallycross event, we need to take her for a spin on our time trial course and see where she stacks up. So please enjoy. Not my favorite engine sound in the world, guys, but it obviously doesn't sound bad. For a normally aspirated 1600 engine, making 250 plus horsepower plus minus, that's freaking impressive. So guys, one thing you guys have obviously realized by now is this car is front wheel drive. So the front wheels are the where the power gets laid to from the engine. So the rear end really doesn't do much with this car, and the biggest problem with this car is a thing that we call understeer. That is basically when the front wheels have too much power. You turn the wheel to go, say, left or right, but as soon as you put your foot down, the car just keeps going straight, even though you keep cornering. So you guys catch my drift? So the thing with this car is to manage your understeer, and if you can do that, this is one quick and agile little son of a gun. I'm not gonna lie. You don't really use the handbrake in this car because the power is delivered to the front wheels. When you pull the handbrake, the front wheels just keep rotating. They don't really do much, and you just understeer even worse. Or the car it doesn't really do anything with the rear end. So I honestly don't understand why this car does have a handbrake, unless it's like a critical stopping situation. But basically, you almost never basically never use the handbrake. So as you guys can see, my favorite cornering gears for this car was second and third gear. The thing is, certain corners with third gear, with second gear, the car just spins way too much, and I understeer into absolutely everything. But then again, in third gear, if the RPM is too high and the power is able to put down, because with a naturally aspirated engine, which means no turbocharger, no supercharger, no any add-ons, it's just the engine power, you have to rev the engine out to get any power from it. So if I'm in third gear busy cornering and I've got too much RPM, I still spin the wheels and it still understeers. So when you're in third gear, you really need to work with you need to manage your throttle input so well. So this car really is a lot more challenging to drive than you would think initially. But as you guys can see, we are at the end of our time trial run, and as you guys can see, this was not slow by any stretch of the mind. We are over the jump, perfect landing. We head towards the water splash, hit the water. We are through it in a 3-minute 12.15. Holy cannoli, mother jolie. Well, my most favorite feature of this car is reverse donuts, as you guys can see. But oh my great goodness, was that quick. Guys, remember, this is the entry level car for Rallycross. This is the slowest cars in the whole Rallycross system. So let's run to the top 6. The Subi has been demoted to P6 on our leaderboard. This little VW Polo S1600 is 5th now with a 3:12.15, only less than 6 seconds slower than the Audi Quattro. 4th is still the Ford RS200. 3rd place is the MG Metro 6R4 with a 3 minute 6.53, only 3:10 slower than the Audi Quattro. Then, to get the gap even closer, it's the Laroque 2XR Buggy with a 3 minute 6.26, only 3/100ths quicker than this beast, the Audi Sport Quattro S1 E2. But I just call it the Audi Quattro, guys. I mean, that's how everybody knows the car. And to be deadly honest, I don't think that car's going to be at the top of the leaderboard for much longer. And I know all of my Audi Quattro fans are going to hate me for that, but there are a few stupidly fast cars still in the pipeline to come. And guys, to be quite honest, I think pretty soon we're going to start dipping into sub 3 minute runs, meaning we're going to go underneath 3 minutes, and that will be absolute insanity. So I honestly do think the Audi Quattro, when the whole game is done, it'll still be inside the top 10, but I don't think it's gonna be even in the top 5. I think you can bank on the Audi Quattro ending up between 6th and 10th when we have run all the cars within Dirt 4 on our time trial test track. But guys, it is now time for the S1600 Rallycross part of the career mode. You guys see I'm shifting it around a bit, so you guys just don't have to watch rally stages the whole time, and you can listen a little bit more to my cringy voice. Only a semi-final and a final, so it's gonna be clutch time from start to finish. So without further ado, let's jump straight in.
Get ready. Three, go, go, go.
First of all, you guys realize that we do have to practice. We can't just jump in all willy-nilly, especially with there just being a semi-final and a final. Guys, remember Rallycross, how it works? There's usually 4 quali sessions, but because this is the entry level, there's just a semi-final and a final. So you need to be in the top 3 of your semi-final to go through to the final. There's 6 cars in each semi, top 3 in each go through, you've got 6 cars in the final. The track with the S1600 class is very short tracks. As you guys can see here, we go on towards the final lap. We're going to take the Joker lap now, but I really felt in control of this little Polo throughout this whole practice run. I did a few, I think I did about 2 or 3. But this car really, I got the setup spot on. Well, for my driving style, I got the setup spot on. And this is not really Rallycross. This is actually just tarmac, because there's no gravel whatsoever unless you dip a wheel into that little bit of gravel right there. As I have a little bit of a moment into the final corner, but we come across the line. Thank you very much, my spotter. And yeah, guys, that is what we are letting ourselves in for. But the only thing is, we're gonna have 5 opponents breathing down our necks. You guys can see, as long as you stay within the high 22s and the mid 20, well, the low 23s, you are all right with the time. But let's jump in.
Get a good start, and let's get you a result today. Ready. Go, go, go.
And we are off for our first ever Rallycross event in career mode on our new save. And as you guys can see, it's a little bit bumpy and bargy. We have to go off track because I'm committed towards the Joker lap for this first, with the race starting. We've only got 4 laps for the semi-final, not the usual 6 of a normal Rallycross semi-final. So there is no time to waste. And you guys can see, going for the Joker lap was the perfect choice, because as we come towards the end of the lap, we are already on the rear end of our opponents. And as you guys see, I get squeezed out at the final corner. But now we are the only person to have taken a Joker lap, and we are already back in the pack. Look at the drive we've got over the final corner. We are already up into P4, and wow. Literally 4 of the 6 cars just went into the Joker lap, and the only car that's going to challenge me now is this little Opel behind me. But as you guys can see, we just... Ooh, that's a very, 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 very risky way to take that corner. We start the 3rd lap, and we have just bolted already. We had the perfect start to this race with these guys squabbling and fighting, and we just have to nurse it towards the end now. No point in pushing too hard. Just get the car home with the minimal amount of damage. There was a bit of bumping and bodging at the beginning of the race, as you guys could see, but there is no way that these guys are going to catch us. The guy behind me just waited to the pit lane, so we are out and about, and we are so far ahead. Unless we make a massive mistake or have some sort of mechanical failure, we are a for away. And as you guys can see, the smoke coming off the car, that's the front tire spinning as I go through the corners. But only one corner left, final corner, first gear, turn the car around, hit the ball out for good measure, and we are over the line.
Race win. Well done.
Not too bad, not too bad, not too shabby, I must say. Guys, that was a little bit easy, but usually I think the final is going to be a lot harder. So it's myself and the 2 Renaults who are through, and in the first final it's another VW and 2 Opels. So it's going to be 2 VWs, 2 Opels, and 2 Renaults in the final. So it's also going to be a little bit of manufacturer supremacy. We'll see who gets the best of who. But I will be starting on the front row of the grid alongside, I think, one of the Opels or the Renaults. I know the VW will be starting on the final in 6th place. You guys see, I'm starting on the front row in between the 2 Opels. Then it's the Renault, VW, Renault. Ooh, this is going to be very interesting. And there's a lot of nationalities here as well. So this is actually quite spectacular. Just a tiny fix on the car. Let's clean it and let's jump straight into the final.
Get ready.
I think I finally found a use for the handbrake, guys. It's just to stop the car at the beginning of the race, so you can actually launch the car properly. But as you guys can see, once I get into the first corner, I got a little bit jumped off the line, but it's only by the Renault, who is going into the Joker lap now. For those of you guys that don't know, with every single rallycross race, every car is forced to take 1 Joker lap. If you don't take your Joker lap, you get a 30-second penalty at the end of the race, which will, without a shadow of a doubt, drop you to last place. And that is your rallycross weekend basically over. And as you guys can see, we are now leading the way. This is a 6-lap race, not 4, so it's going to be a little bit longer, but not that it's going to be long at all. And we are in the lead at this stage. We had a very good run through that little corner we just went through on the first lap. And all we have to do now, once again, is just keep this car on the straight and narrow. And I think I'm going to Joker on the final lap and just try and build a lead so that nobody can jump me as I go for my Joker lap. Just keep on pushing, keep building up a lead. The only corners that I really struggled with was that first corner, guys, because the car, no matter how much power you put down, the surface here in Portugal is so not grippy. It's so slippery that... Thank you, Spotter. You guys can see on the top right, if there's a little green glowing icon next to the driver's name, that means they have jokered. If the icon is still grey, they have not jokered. But the surface is so slippery, no matter how little throttle input I gave, the car just span. So obviously that final corner, I just floored out of there to get the car going. But it was intense. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was really intense to get the power down smoothly around this corner. That first corner there on the beginning of the 5th lap, that was actually not too bad. But we're now gonna round the final corner for the second to last time as the rear end gets a little bit naughty. I went for a very oversteer setup, guys, because the car is front wheel drive. It just bit me a little bit in the rear there. But it's the final lap. Into the Joker lap, through the Joker. This is about a 3-second extra time on your normal lap, guys. But we are easily out in the lead as Kennedy has yet to Joker, and we are even ahead of him. Into the final corner, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, this victory in Portugal was a little easy, a lot easy.
Nice one, happy with that.
If you're not happy with that, I will have to have your mind examined, my friend. But guys, we take the dab here. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've got a sneaky suspicion we win with basically 10 seconds. Jeez, that's a little bit bad. But I've got a sneaky suspicion that this was just, you know, like, okay, it's your first time. We're gonna take it easy on you because the difficulty is set to brutal, guys. It's the max difficulty of the game. And I just have a sneaky suspicion from the next event, the AI are just going to show up because they are with the how the AI are coated in dirt for really boggles my mind because the full Portuguese track, the AI can easily be OP, but this tiny one, they are very UP, they are very underpowered. But we take the dub, 25 points to our names. Second place actually gets 22 points and third 20 points. So you guys can see, one week can slip up and you can lose the lead. You can lose so many positions because the points tallies are so close. It's actually a little bit frightening, I'm not gonna lie. But now, where are we heading towards next? I actually can't remember where the next venue is. We are finally level 32. We are now seen as an ace. Ooh, I like that. That sounds cool. That sounds pretty damn cool. We are heading towards, we're heading towards Hollius. Oh yes. I can guarantee you guys it's not the full circuit. Yep. It is, it's the junior circuit. It's only 0.6 of a kilometer. But I know the AI are stupidly OP on this little track. Like, it's actually literally scary, guys. I might have just jinxed myself. I was with me saying, no, the AI are gonna get harder. It's gonna be tough. I might have not just jinxed, I might have screwed myself just now. But we'll have to find out. But before anything, you guys know the drill. We set up the car and we practice. We're starting 6th again in our semi-final. This game hates me, but it's okay. It's time to get the P for practice. Oh yeah.
Ready to race. Green, go.
You guys are going to see, this is really an extremely short little track layout of Hollius, but I have to say, guys, this is a super fun layout of the Hollius track. You guys can see the Joker lap is just a little left-hander. Oh, I'm super late into the Joker lap. That was a bit bad. So the Joker lap is not really a lot of extra time, 2 seconds. It is a lot on a tiny track like this. But it's not really a lot. You can catch up with that. You can catch up that time. But this is the proper rallycross because it's gravel and tarmac. So I'm really looking forward to see how things pan out, guys. But like I said, I think I might have jinxed myself. And look at the dust. Jeez Louise! That curb just shunted me. It yeeted me off to the wrong way. But guys, I think it's going to be a good one. I think these following 2 races are going to be very nice. I think it's going to be nice and juicy. Nice and juicy. So let's go through this next corner. You guys can see the understeer is killing me through that final corner. But it's the 6th lap. We come across the line. It's a 25-second lap. And that was all nice. That was very nice. I like it. Me like it. Guys, I love this track. I love this little layout. It's short and powerful, but it's so satisfying to drive. Our best lap was a 25.101. Not a bad lap at all. And now it's time to head into all the action. What have we got in store for ourselves?
All right, good luck today. Give it your best. Ready.
And we are underway for the semi-final from the back row of the grid, guys. Luckily, it's not F1 where there's 20 cars, only 6 cars. But as you guys see, we go up the middle of the 2 Renaults. Well, there's 3 Renaults here, 2 red ones and a blue one. We go up the inside of the second red one as he hits the barrier there, and we dive it into the Joker lap ahead of him to make sure that we try and catch up to the rest of these guys. We're trying our Portugal tactics here. We're already on the back of the second red Renault. Oh, as the rear end steps out very violently there. But here we go. We are past the Renault, well, the red one, now chasing down the blue one. And as you guys see the first corner, I take a very wide line and we go right around the outside as we dip a wheel into a little part of the gravel trap. What did that blue Renault do there? He just spun us. Son of a gun. Okay, we are luckily in P3 ahead of all 3 Renaults, but I think the 2 Opals have bolted. Well, we just saw one there going out of shot, but hopefully we can catch up, guys, because remember, we have done our Jokers. They have, okay, no, the guy ahead of us has done his Joker. So we've got 2 laps left. Let's see if we can catch Jay Ruiz, whatever it is. He just Jokered. Okay, so we're in P3, but we are very close to what the hell is that? Is that surname? Jokela? Jokela. I like Coca-Cola, so my surname is Jokela. Coca-Cola, Jokela. Yes, that works. No, guys, that's just a weird surname. But it's the 2 teammates, actually. The 2 grey and yellow Opals. And as you guys can see, there's just no way past, but the Opal has a little bit of a tag slapper coming out of that final part of the corner. Here we go! Woo! We just mounted that curb like a proper rally driver, but in us looking awesome, we just cost ourselves a 2nd row start in the final. We get through to the final, but by the skin of our butt cheeks.
Nice one. Happy with that.
I wouldn't say I'm proud of that. I messed up that final part really bad, but it's not the end of the world. We get through to the final, guys. We're gonna be 4 Polos versus 2 Opals. Jeez, that's gonna be interesting. Who will reign supreme, Opal or VW? This is gonna be very interesting. The final, luckily our sponsors are still very, very happy. So we start 6th and last, not the end of the world. A quick little fix, and now it's time to put our foot to the floor.
Get ready. Go.
And we are off for the final, guys. Look at all the Polo mayhem into the first quarter. There's a massive gap here on the inside, but I decide against it, which I actually should have gone for. We are up the inside of 1 Polo. Now the 2nd Polo, a little bit of bumping and barging there, as one of the Opals have gone into the Joker lap. We are now in 3rd, trying to make a move for 2nd place. It's a beautiful move around the outside of the other Polo. So it's an Opal leading the way from 2 Polos, myself and Nilsson. But I think we've got the run on Nilsson as we head down the hill right behind the Opal. We are basically pushing him through that first corner, trying to get our Polo ahead of his Opal. You guys can see I think about the Joker lap, but then decide against it, and with me hesitating, the other Polo just comes and shoves it up my inside. He forces me over that massive curb again, but luckily we keep P2, but that has given the Opal enough chance to run away a little bit in the lead, but luckily we are still in P2 and on for solid points here in Hollius. And guys, what did I say? I jinxed myself. The AI are so much stronger here in Hollius. I really have to work for every single second that I drive here. Through this next part, over the curb, you guys can see I'm mounting the curb so aggressively just to try and keep up with this little Opal. You guys see I throw the car in sideways into the corner. I hug the inside to get the traction down, and now it is Polo v Opal. As we head out towards the first corner, we got the overspeed up the inside, but we landed to the brakes. No, we hit the gravel trap, and that might just have cost us the win for the semi-final. With the mistake, I'm going to go for the Joker lap because I think I will still be the leader of all the Jokers. No, I'm not. Ruiz, or what? I can't pronounce these surnames, so we're just going to go with Ruiz. Ruiz is the leading jokered car, so the 2 leaders still have to Joker. But oh my soul, that mistake. Turbo, what did you do? You guys see the Opal is even going up the inside of Nilsson here, so it's Polo v Opal once again. But the 2 Opals are schooling the VW boys. And as you guys see, we go up the inside, very aggressive as we ram the other Polo in the rear, and I didn't think he was going to park it on the apex. We go up the inside, and now we need to try and secure P2 here from the Opal as we... Oopsie, sorry, a little bit of a burp there. As we start the final lap of this Rallycross race, look how he shoves us out onto the outside. He just leaves us to dry. For those of you guys that don't know, Rallycross is a semi-contact sport. Here we go up the inside. Very risky, but this time we get the move done. We hit the barrier. It's very sideways. We try and get control of our car, but it is just given the Opal the inside line. And no, come on to the line. Drag race. Ooh, did we get second? I don't know if we got second. I honestly don't know. I think it's third, guys. Yep, it's third. No, that was so darn close. I mean, why? Why? Well, the Opals schooled the VWs, so I give the Opal my very well done clappy hands. Well done to you, blocks. Well done, well done. But for the next race, when we head to Leiden Hill in England, you will have a fight on your hands. It's not going to be that easy. I'm just saying, it's going to be very damn hard. But guys, we take 20 points. We are still first in the championship, but only by 6 points. So it is all to play for in the final event at Leiden Hill. So with 2 races still to go, which I unfortunately will not be showing you guys this episode. You will have to wait till the next episode for that. But the championship is far from done, and there is still a massive fight on our hands. One of the sponsors are not very impressed with us, but 3 out of 4, I still think that's a good one. And also our sponsors are nearly at the end of their lifespan. We're nearly going to sign a new set of sponsors, guys. We still get a good bang for our, a good buck for our bang. And now we head towards Leiden Hill in England for the final event, but that'll wait till next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching this absolutely action-packed episode thus far. Guys, what an episode. I mean, come on. If it hasn't earned your like by now, I honestly don't know what will. So please, drop a like down below on the video. It's only going to take you a nifty 2 seconds, and I do highly appreciate it. Please, in the description down below, follow me on my personal social media pages, Twitter and Instagram. Share this absolutely epic video with your friends, or another one of my videos, which is your favorite. Tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out on my social medias as well as in a future video. And also, guys, remember, Forza Watch Gaming is launching pretty soon, our second YouTube channel, which will not be about racing games, guys. It's going to be more combat game themed, RPGs, story-driven games, all these epic games that get a lot of love. I don't just play car games, racing games, not car games. It sounds so primary school. I play other games as well, only in my spare time, which this past month and a half up to the next 3 weeks, I didn't have a lot of, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I would really like to share that with you guys as well. Link to the channel in the description down below, as well as that channel's 2 social medias, so please go follow us there as well. And guys, finally, if this is your first time visiting Turbo Fox Races and you are not yet subscribed, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding that bell to never ever 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 miss a future episode, and I will see you guys for the next video. I'm not gonna lie, guys, there is a very, very cool video coming soon. It is something that I tried on my social medias, and the video absolutely boomed. So I'm gonna test it out for YouTube, and we'll see how things go. But guys, that has been this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. You guys are a blast to make content for. It's always an epic time, and I love every second of it. Love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I will definitely see you all for the next episode. Cheers!